Asked where these tables come from. Well, binomial experiments only have two options, right? Either success or a failure. And then depending on the probability of a success, it changes what the distribution looks like. So for this one with coins, they're flipping 3 coins. So on the first flip, I can either have heads or tails. On the second flip, I can either have heads or tails in that situation, or heads or tails in this situation. And again for the third coin, heads or tails, heads or tails, heads or tails, heads or tails. So what I'm interested in is the probability of, the most I could do is, well, let's see, let's go this route. If I end up with this outcome, I didn't have any heads show up. So I had 0 heads show up, and that is going to be, there's one way that can happen out of, I believe it's 8 ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that it can happen. So 1 out of 8, which is 0.125, and if you go look at this table, that's what that entry it gives. So the probability of getting 0 heads is 0.125, and that's what 1/8 is. Now if we keep planning this out, let's see. So if I go this route, there's only 1 head showing up. And let's see, if I go, I'll just keep filling in the roots. So there's 1 head showing up there. And there's 2 heads tracing out that path. And now we'll go up here, 1, only 1 for that way. And there's 2 heads showing up in that path. Then on this path, I'm seeing 2 heads. And on the last one we haven't done, there's 3 heads. So how many ways did I only have 1 head show up? 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 out of 8 possibilities, which is 0.375, which is where that table entry comes from. And 1, 2, 3 ways for 2 heads. So that's 3 out of 8, which again is 0.375. And then of course there's only 1 way that we got all 3 heads, and that's the 1 out of 8. Same as getting no heads. And so that's how that table got filled in. Now this obviously gets much more complicated for more outcomes, and this is the probability of a success equals 0.5, and we're flipping our n equals 3 because we're flipping 3 coins, and then for each of our x's, it would be x equals 0 would be this outcome, or x equals 1 would be this outcome, x equals 2. Okay, so I hope that helps.